was there's somewhere in Rongai, there is a contractor was given a job that he never executed, right? Na amekula pesa na watu wake wa hapa chini. So what is wrong with me if I have an access to the president, the president to authorize and follow up with what is going with that contractor? If that is going to help my people, why should I create boundaries or barriers to talk with the president?
Do you know systems of government?
My argument is simply, you guys learn to listen.
Do you know systems of government?
Guru, when you are talking,
are you telling me that the president will go supervising every road that is being constructed? No, I think they are engineers.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not
then what are you saying?
What I'm
then
saying.
This issue of saying the MP should know people so that their projects are implemented, I take offense of that, because that is a kind of personalization of leadership in Kenya, which is actually killing democracy.
You guys like Mandamano in every approach. Why are you guys on the Mandamano?
No, it's because of the foolishness of the kind of statement we hear here. Because how do you say that for an MP to get development in his area, he must know personally, he must know the president? I mean, what are the systems?
Let me ask you, Guru, why wouldn't members of parliament have a relationship with the head of state?
I have no problem with the relationship, but also there is a government systems, and that is what these people are trying to sidestep. We are not having a monarchy here; we are having a democracy. Well, that's why there are government bureaucracies. That's why we have structures of government. We cannot turn government into a personalized item, where you transact business like you do in your home. If you have a family, you don't consult many people when you are doing something with your wife. But that's the kind of government we don't want in Kenya. Kenya is
because you're wrong. Because you're living in
this is not personal. This is not personal. This is not personal.
I had Guru, let us be.
That's not personal.
Let us be civil here. You had your time, we listen to you. So interrupting me shows.
But we cannot let you mislead people. We cannot let you mislead people.
You've been misleading us here.
We cannot have you mislead people. That you can only get development when you know the president personally and visit his office. I think that is the height of hypocrisy.
Are you new in
it is unacceptable, my friend. That is not the way governments work.
Don't pretend. Are you new in Jerusalem?
No,
haven't you seen projects that have stalled? And with the intervention of the executive, then the projects are rolled out.
Then there's a problem with the system. You should rein on it means the systems have collapsed.
Guru, allow me to speak what I was contributing. We listened to you. That what I was trying to say is, let us not patronize leaders when they have freedom of expression, freedom of association. Whoever they want to associate with, they do have that right. However, what we want, Guru, is we don't want dependency. The same dependence you are discouraging is the same dependence that you are encouraging us to keep having with the prime minister, that if the prime minister has not said this, then you shouldn't do it. So you
but he's a party leader. He's a party leader.
Double speak.
He's a party leader.
The president is the head of the Republic of Kenya. He's the head of the government. So
we cannot have
between the two, who is greater than the other?
We can't have a situation, where the executive cannibalizes the political parties under the wish of providing development. That's not how things work.
And that's not what we are asking, but we are also saying we have to be cognizant that social capital works. And I can tell you, do you think the daughter of the prime minister was elected to the East African Legislative Assembly because she had the qualities, or because she knows or she has a reputation that is associated with someone.
Don't
Politics.
digress. Do not digress.
So what we are saying, that social capital is very, very important. But let us not patronize our leaders. Our leaders, we elected them. Their job is to oversight and represent us. And representation does not necessarily, is not limited to the party matters. It also means that they can forge new relationship with other people and other stakeholders that can help the electorates, because at the end of the day, we need to make friends and allies. Even the country needs allies in order to be successful. But
in mature democracies,
what I'm supporting all of you.
You live in a more developed democracy.
Go to listen.
Let me.
You are very annoying. Allow me to speak.
Guru, you are heckling.
No, there's no heckling. He's just abusing. He's just abusing lies.
So
how can you lie to Kenyans that relationships? What relationship are these you're talking about? Is it political or sexual? What are these relationships you're talking about? No. We will not allow lies to be dependent in our...
You've been lying here and we've been listening to you.
Ati sijui patronage, sijui barabara haijatengenezwa.
We can be very good at
ati the president should authorize a road to be done. Where did you hear that? Does it happen in Canada? Does it happen in Canada where the president authorizes?
Nothing you're saying. You're making for us noise.
Yeah, because we can't allow lies here. The Prime Minister of Canada, you are in Canada. Does the Prime Minister of Canada apply? Does the Prime Minister of Canada
with the subject
get authorized roads that have not been completed to be completed?
Yeah.
Are you encouraging us? Are you encouraging us to visit the president for development?
And that is why all of you cannot.
Why do we have a constitution then? Let us not have lies here peddled to the people of Kenya.
You are the greatest.
I don't know which country you are in, but if it doesn't work there, it should not work here.
We have been listening to the greatest lies from you guys, but what
my friend, ongea vitu ambazo zinasaidia na
I don't know why you keep on coming all the time.
If that is not the case, mwanza chaneni mudanganyane.
Can you listen to Nancy? Mise, you've talked for so long.
Until you let me speak.
It's my turn to speak.
Okay, so
umeongea zaidi. Wacha Nancy aongee sasa. Wacha Nancy aongee.
Wacha mimi niongee sasa. Nasema tu tumechoka na mzalendo na Mise. Hebu niongee, nyamaza.
Wewe si credit yako natumia, ni yangu.
Unakuja hapa kufanya nini?
Mimi ni Mkenya. Na pia sipendi uongo. Watu kama wewe ndio tunaambia ukweli. Sasa kama upende ukweli, utaisikia, upende usipende.
Mimi sikusikiangi, ukianza kuongea natoka.
Funga hapo uende.
Kwani nyinyi hamgwangi na chano yenu huko inaitwa?
Mbona na mwamna channel
yenu?
Nani Azimio? Nani alikudanganya?
Ni Azimio. Apologies to make.
Mimi natoka, can you say to you?
This is a
something me I can listen to you, unfortunately.
Kama hamuna chano huko msikuje kutupatia uongo hapa.
Hapa tumekataa.
Mise umeongea sana. Wacha Nancy sasa aongee.
Ngoja mnani-interrupt.
Nancy nyamaza.
Wacha Nancy.
Mnasemanga kama tumenyamaza.
Power of a woman. Women should speak. We give power to women in Azimio.
Wacha mimi niongee maisha.
Kama umesema
nyamazeni. Shut up.
Hii conference ya Machakos imewapatia nguvu.
Mzalendo yuko la GM hapo pole pole.
Sister aongee, labda ataongea sense. Nyinyi wengine
Order, please, because Stone PK is not there. No, order.
Alex,
no, I mean, I've been behind. Yeah. I have been behind. Hold on, resist. Resist, hold on.
Good. Yeah, but if you cannot be all talking at the same time, nobody's going to hear nothing.
And that's why we want to bring sanity.
So can we know who is? Let's have one person talking.
Me, I'm the one talking.
Nancy Nyamaza, it's too early.
Shut up.
That's who is talking now.
It's Alex Media. Thank you. Alex, now give us order.
Let Guru give order, because me, I was behind. I don't know who is next.
Yes, I was thinking.
Guru, we give you the position of the speaker. Sema ni nani anaongea.
Sawa. Where is Nancy? Kwani ameenda?
Nancy amerudi. Guru, naongea na ukanikata. Nitarudi unipatie nafasi.
Mise, umeongea sana lakini nitakupatia nafasi tu, usirielie sana.
Great. Thank you. Ambia Nancy unmute.
Unmute.
Mimi nasema hata unaona baba amechoka akatoa Jalango. Tumechoka. This is revolution. This is not politics. Hapa tuko mbele. Kama ni left, sisi wote left. Kama ni right, sisi wote right. Lakini Mzalendo na Mise, I think watafute platform yao. Hata baba siku hizi hatuna time ya kujadili hapa. What we say is what we do. Alafu nimesikia ati Mise anasema ati watu wengine wanakuja kuwasikiza. Hebu poteeni tu 1 week muone tu numbers zitakuwa to the same. Hakuna mtu anakuja kuwasikiza hapa. Watu wa kweli wa UDA wawezi kaa hapa hivi wanasikiza watu nini? Wawezi kaa kwa hii platform, you know? Sisi tu ni ma-idlers wenye mmekuja hapa.
Stay quiet. Stay quiet and resist. Zima nini yako.
Hata huwa mnaniharibia sana. Nikiwaona I have to mute and go away. I have to come back. I like coming back in the morning when Bernard is here. At least amwezi kuja kufanya hapa mchezo. So nawaambia tu watu huko chini tumewachoka. I'm just representing them down there. Tumewachoka. Hata baba amechoka. Afadhali ubaki na mtu mmoja mnaongea same language kushinda kuleta watu hapa. Anyway, point nyingine nataka kumake. Hatutawahi sikizana na watu wa UDA. Hata tufanyaje? Watengeneze tu channel yao please. Kenya wanasema sisi hatuwezi sikiza. Kenya tunasema hawatawahi sikiza. Lakini sisi tunaenda kwa channel zao na wanakuja kwetu. Unaona? Hatutawahi sikizana nao. That's why sahi Raila amechoka. Amesema kama unaenda State House kanyaga kubwa. Sahi hakuna nini? Hakuna ati please hakuna tafadhali sahi. Hii regime vile inaenda tafadhali haitawasaidia. Paka imagine president anatuma wakora kwa Matiang'i bila head of police kujua. Imagine kama angekuwa baba ama kama Matiang'i yako amejipanga na 200 lawyers. Tungekuwa tunaongea kesi nyingine, lakini I wish wangebaki tu hapo. Ndo akisi wangejua sisi ni nani. Wangejua wajui. I wish wangebaki tu hapo, walikosea sana kutobaki hapo. Ndio hii revolution ingeamuka kabisa na miguu tatu. Nilikuwa nimekuja tu kusema nimechoka Mzalendo na Mise na hao wengine. Na represent watu wengi sana huko chini. Sawa. Bye.
Asante Nancy. Resist. Ni wakati yako.
Thank you so much, Nancy, for echoing the opinion of many. Now, I was in this channel earlier in the day when all of you who are not there. The tune was only one. We are not talking about government fixing anything. we are not talking about negotiating with government on any terms. The only thing that we are talking about is this government is illegitimate. So if it is illegitimate, it needs to vacate the office and give the legal owner of that office the position that they belong to. So when you guys talk here, anytime that you be insulting a lot of people, when you're talking about, I don't know, the government should be talking with the opposition. There's no government. If you say government, if you must say government, you must say illegitimate government. And that is the mistake that I have had you guys go here on. Everybody, Gulu, me say, everybody is talking about the government. There's no government. It's illegitimate. So we are not talking about the illegitimate government. Is the one talking about going back to the 1990s, when some of you are not even cannot even remember. Maybe you are too young or something. When the development, the 9 members of parliament, the 30 from ODM, the 30 members of parliament from Jubilee, they were going to get development. When they were coming from the then one single party state under KANU, the development was supposed to come from the head of the state, and that was President Moi at the time. I just want to remind you, we repeat Section 2A. Now, Kenya is a multi-party system. We went ahead in 2010 and invoked, and we came up with the devolution. This devolution, for those who may have forgotten, it was brought by none other than His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga. That was a champion. And now, what we are, the country is enjoying today in terms of what whatever development is there, is as a result of that. And that's when we had the governments of the 47 counties. So at no one point, any member of parliament, any governor, any senator, even any MCA should be going to the federal, or let me just call it the main government, the federal government, or to the illegitimate government to go and look for development. There's nothing like that. This is where one Ruto, the one I prefer calling Zakayo, is trying to take us back there. And that's why we want to get him out. That's another reason we want to get him out. He has to go. And this is not about the leaders. This is about the masses, the population, the Kenyan Wajiko. That's who we are talking about. Those are the people. Forget about the Lairas and the Karonzos and the Mother Karuas. Those are not even going to help. You need to watch and listen to people. You come earlier during the day, or you listen clearly to the rallies. Those are the people, the Wajikos, the ones that are Zakayo likes calling hustlers. Those are the ones that are having the pain. You guys sitting in the Western countries, me included, we are just running our mouth here. You are not feeling the pain. Those who feel the pain, they will vacate this government like yesterday. And guess what? It is also in the constitution. They have the right, the people have the right to say who's gonna rule them. So when people like Mise and Zaredo come here with softness of thinking that we can be able to negotiate with the government, that's not what we are talking about here. There's no government. Get that in your head. We don't have any government. And that's what this channel is promulgating. This is what is being promoted here. And that is what the leader of Azimio is talking about. And even without the leader, I'm telling you,
the Kenyan people, the Kenyan Wajiko, is gonna kick that government out. That illegitimate government has to go. So the issue of I've had people like Mzalendo talking about we have to be civil. We don't talk. We don't have that kind of language when people are dying of hunger and diseases. We don't have that kind of a language. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Resist. I think Stone PK has been here for quite a long time. I think it's time that he talks. We hear what he has to say. Stone.
You're calling people who are not even ready to talk. Why can't you just give others a chance?
Just wait, because you have talked for a long time. Stone PK.
I've not even spoken.
I met you here.
You're just excited about Stone PK talking. I've not even spoken.
Order.
Neither
order.
Mr. G.
I met you here. Okay, Mr. G, can you now tell us your story?
Get the chance to finish.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Guru, Chair. I can see Stone, although he's not with us. Alex, Mise, how are you? I see Secretary General Mzalendo and Resist. Thank you for your nafasi ambayo mmenipatia.
I'm good, lakini nimenyanyaswa na mnasema hakuna kunyanyaswa hapa.
Okay, Mise, ngoja kidogo Mise. You know, it is our democratic rights. Tukiamua kwa we don't recognize this president, ambao ni Venezuelan president, it is our democratic right. But before I go in, I think to our guys on the comment section, we should give kina Mise, kina Mzalendo a chance to square wakali sana kwa they are our brothers. The more they come in here, kuna some spices ambao wana add, you know, hata kwa nyama ukiongeza pilipili inakuwa tamu sana. So tusiwe wakali sana kwao. Kuna vile akija, kuna vile tunakuwa na maongezi kidogo. So my points was, you know, tushaamua that we don't recognize this government. It was imposed on us kwa sababu tulikuwa tumeichagua, and that is our democratic right. Sasa the thing is, tukiona watu kama kina Jalango wana behave the way they are behaving, hatuwezi kubaliana nayo. Although on another point, the way Mise was saying, Mise did something I think umekosea. Ungekuja in another way ukatuambia either, you know, for us we made a mistake hapo mwanzoni wakati the judiciary ilitupilia kesi yetu mbali. It was a mistake that our baba said kuwa our leaders are free to interact with this government ambao imekuwa imposed to us. So after that happened, whistleblower alikuja. Wakati whistleblower alikuja akapatiana the right figures, that's when now baba came out, the really baba. Na wakati amekuja akasema sahi hakuna kitu yote na hii government, there's nothing you have to do with this government, we don't recognize it and we don't do anything with it. Sasa ukipata time kama hii, wakati baba ameshatuambia we don't recognize this government, alafu napata somebody like Jalango anakuja anaenda kuongea na huyu mtu, it means you are disobedient. These are the people that are just and what wako self-centered and are driven by their bellies. You see, sahi ni wakati ambao they are supposed to be expelled, na hiyo mimi niko 100% behind it. They should just be expelled kwa sababu tushasema sisi hatuendi na hii. Sisi njia yetu ni kuwa hatutaki hii kitu, tunataka hii kitu itoke. Sasa hakuna vile tutakuwa na watu ambao wanasema tuko huku and tena bado wako the other side. Those are the people ambao tuwezi work now. Mtu kama Babu Owino all along amekuwa akitengeneza barabara, sijamwona akienda State House, but amekuwa akitengeneza barabara all along. Yeye atakuja vipi? The same Jalango, angalia the last meeting ambao tulikuwa nayo huko Kibera. In Kibera alipewa time, lakini huyu jamaa kuja kaongea. The time alikuwa kuja aongee, aliepa. Why? Kwa sababu ni mtu akasha make decision kwa yeye anaenda kuvisit huyu anaenda kuvisit State House. That's why he was not able to stand on that ground aweze kupinga huyu mtu ambaye ataenda kumwongelea, kwa sababu it was the next day ambaye alienda. Sasa hakuna vile angeweza simama akaongea anything. That's why alitoroka. But our focus inabaki kwa sisi, we don't recognize this government and we are going by our own course. Hatuwezi enda na kitu ambao hatuitambui. walituharibia. Look at what happened yesterday. Yesterday kulikuwa na GP meeting in Machakos. Na in the same DP meeting, look at the last person ambaye aliongea, ambaye ni Wanjala from Busia. What did he say? Alisema kuwa watu wako na uchungu, and that is the real situation ambayo iko on the ground. Watu wako na uchungu. Baba akuuliza baba aliuliza huyu Otende Amolo, akamwambia Otende Amolo should advise us, what can we do? Can we go back again to the court ili tuweze kureview hii kitu, kwa sababu watu wanaumia on the ground, hata watu wengine wanataka kupigana on the ground. Why? Watu wamesikia uchungu. Na sasa unapata some of us tunasikia uchungu kwa sababu what happened, tunajaribu kupush for it, watu wengine wanakuja kwetu, alafu usiku anaenda kwa mtu ambaye sisi hatumtambui. Hatuwezi kubali kitu kama hiyo. Let's just agree that watu ambao hawako na sisi hawako na sisi, watu ambao wako na sisi wabaki na sisi. Watu kama kina Chege wanafaa watolewe. Those are the people ambao wamepewa nomination, hawajashinda, wamepewa nomination. How come sound wa kwanza ambao wanatuacha wanaenda kuongea na mtu ambaye sisi tumtambui? Guru, thank you, I'll come back later.
Asante. PK. Okay, Mzalendo. Now you get your 1 minute. Your 1 minute.
No, make it 30 seconds. We don't have these eulogies to read for you all the time here, trying to convince people of a revolution that is not there. Now, I want to talk about the issue of Jalango. I mean, there is something called freedom of association, freedom of expressions, freedom of speech. These are all fundamental freedom of association. These are things that you can't deny somebody. You can associate yourself with anybody that you feel that will benefit you in a way. In the political parties that we join, or political parties like ODM, there's nowhere written that you should not associate with somebody else. For example, we have some selective way of looking at things. When development was being brought in Kisumu after the handshake, that was just pretty much okay, because Baba alisalimiana na Uhuru na Uhuru akaanza kuleta SGR na akaanza kuleta maendeleo. That has been the norm in Kenyan politics. It has always been the norm. Baba himself has received defectors from other political parties. That has been the norm. Unawachwa, unawachika, mwingine anaingia, just like that. Young people should be given a chance and an opportunity. Politics, yes, there is politics of maturity. Jalango is young in this game. He just came the other day. He deserves a second chance. And the second chance is not like you have to expel Jalango. The party leader of ODM was in that meeting. You people are not talking about the way he was chased in that meeting. Yeah, people are not talking about the party leader of ODM, the party chairman of ODM being chased out from the meeting. I heard something like that. Yeah, so there is a way of even addressing issues in the in public. Kicking off Jalango like that, I mean, first it is humiliating. Second, you should have just told him, hey, please, we don't need you in this meeting. Just some decency. Don't come to this meeting. You are not invited. You are not part of us. I mean, what was so difficult in doing that? What was so difficult in doing that? Instead of roughing him up or roughing any other member. We've seen that happening in ODM a lot of time, that when somebody has got different views, they rough them up. And Mr. G, you should know one thing. Young people should be defended and given an opportunity to sit on that table where those old folks are. Now, pale wanajigawia mamlaka. Young people should be there. They should be given the opportunity to express themselves. And if a young leader, we have seen young leader being kicked out in ODM. We have seen Neto kicked out because he associated with the former president who was Uhuru Kenyatta then. But when Baba was associating with him, we were all his followers. So it means that the law is selective. It is selective. There are people who are untouchable. We have seen the Kisumu governor cutting up with the president. We have seen projects being taken to other places. So as a political leader, there is nothing wrong with talking to the president of Kenya on development on development issue. And lastly, Mr. Guru, you have to know that that Jalango is the MP for Langata, and William Ruto is a member of his constituency. Yeah, is a member of his constituency. Even Baba is a member of his constituency. So what is wrong with him meeting his constituent?
Very well. Though I don't agree with you, but I don't have to. Secretary General, I think you can bring in your perspective.
Yeah, you know, we are here because we have a cause, and those people who think that the revolution is not possible and this government cannot be ejected, let them wait and see. Hii mambo ya kupembelezana hapa imekwisha, na ndio sababu nimeambia watu, if you can start your channel, it will be better. We will never appear there, because us, what is really in our mind, it is the majority to have their way and the minority to have their say, not the other way around, where the minority are having their way and the majority are having their say. Because we won an election here, and until the electoral justice is provided in this country, there will be no election. There will be no another election in this country, and that is what we are playing here and what we are discussing here. Watu kuja kutusaidia sijui to understand the law na mtu hata hana ile composure, yeah. You cannot even express yourself to understand the basic tenets of legal practice. Then what are you telling us? And then yuko mwanze hata channel ya watu wawili. It's very easy to start a YouTube channel, muite Uda Lies and Propaganda, and we will never visit you people, because ati mtu anakuja kutuambia hapa ati nilienda kuona rais ndio barabara iishe. Ni nchi gani inafanyanga kazi hipo? Ni barabara gani zitaisha? Kwani sisi zote tunaweza toshea State House, na hata barabara hapa kwetu haijatengenezwa. So niende nitafute rais. We cannot allow half-baked lawyers and half-baked debates and half-baked information to thrive in this channel. Watu waanze kachano kao huko nje, wakaite KK Propaganda. You can invite Itumbi and invite other people who propagate lies.
Secretary General,
yes.
Confine within the topic. Confine yourself within the topic.
No, it is like it's irritating when you find the people lying here and expecting that we will just be clapping for them. So hiyo maneno tumesema hapa ni tunafuata maagizo ya Azimio na vile Azimio inataka. Hizi stories zingine, hizi ni propaganda, na we are not going to allow our people to be lured with propaganda. Thank you.
You know, I get a bit impatient when I find young people trying to justify things that are actually not justifiable. When somebody says that you got to go and see the president so that the contractor who is undertaking construction work on a road can do a good job. This is hogwash. It shows the level of listening to be very low. The person to deal with there is an engineer. There are people employed to do this work, and and there are processes of disciplining them if they don't do the work that they are supposed to do. In fact, one of the greatest roles of an MP is oversight. So therefore, I find it offensive when somebody says that you got to go and see the president so that your roads can be constructed, or even that you get allocation for your projects. That's not the way the structure of the government of Kenya is set out. And in fact, that was the part of the reason why Kenyans fought for a new constitution to remove the presidency from hoovering of our lives, even determining whether you are going to breathe oxygen or carbon dioxide. So those who want to push us back to the 1980s and 90s, they are doing a disservice not only to ourselves, but the generations to come. It is us to make sure that the president and the presidency gets the message very clearly from the public that they do not determine how we live. We've given them a job to do, and we do our part, they do their part. But it should not look like it is benevolence on the part of a leader for people to get development. That when you vote in a certain way, you are meant to feel to have been disadvantaged because you don't belong in the same political party as the president of the republic. That you have to go on your knees knocking at the gates of the State House for you to get water for your people. That's a kind of nonsense that makes of failed states. I think let's graduate from that level of reasoning. Stone PK. Stone.
Kuna mise hapo.
Just Mzalendo, don't direct what I'm going to do. Misa is my friend. We don't see things the same way, but we are not enemies.
You're waking up somebody who is asleep. Unamwita na unajua akusikii, mic yake imezima, amelala.
Wewe unajuaje? Kwani mko pamoja?
Sinamuona pale, amekuja sasa, amekusikia.
Here, it is his time.
Wachana na hair class.
Kuja uokoe kidogo.
Iko shida gani?
Wamekutafuta kwa banka, wanakutafuta kila mahali. Stone PK. Hebu tuambie ile uko nayo ile angeweza sema.
Sasa mimi sisemi kitu na ngoja na kuona na macho. Hatusemi kitu. Tushasema yametosha yale tumesema. Sasa ni vitendo, kutenda, kusema na kutenda. Nyinyi ndio sasa mnatakiwa museme yenu.
PK bwana, wewe ni chairman wa Revolution katika hii Mtembei TV. Tuelezee kwa kinagaubaga, unajua maneno inaendeleaje, jikoni iko aje, mmeandaa vyema kila kitu?
Tumeacha kuandalia, sasa tutawapakulia tu, tutafanya kupakua. Sisemi kitu Mr. G.
Go.
Okay, akiwa you have gagged yourself, then let's hear the irritating the irritating sentiments of one Mise.
Network yake iko poa.
Mise is gone, eh? Okay, Mr. G.
Thank you, Guru. There's something that I don't understand how our lawmakers wanafikiria. Because huyu jamaa ambayo ni Venezuelan president, his focus and his aim right now ni apate MPs ambao ni 2/3. Because I know him. This is a guy ambaye anataka kuplan a change constitution. Na sasa kuchange your constitution ni mtu ambaye anataka only 2/3 for the lawmakers. Na hiyo ndio his plan ambaye anajaribu kufight apate. That's why unaona ananunua watu. Angekuwa ananunua watu kama ajui kitu ambaye anapanga. But Mzalendo, what you're saying that you are giving chance, you know, our focus is one. We don't recognize this government na tunafaa tuitoe. So hatuna time ya propaganda tena sahi. Hakuna time ya kubembelezana tena. Sahi we need to know watu ambao uko na our side Mzalendo. If you are not on our side, enda. You know what happened last time wakati our former president alikuwa kwa kiti, the President Uhuru Kenyatta. We have some people like hao kina Jalango, watu ambao walikuwa wanakuja kwake alafu wanatoa information wanapelekea huyu mkora. Wanakuja kwake anatoa information wanapelekea huyu mkora. Sasa the man alikuwa na a lot of issues ambazo alikuwa amejua kuhusiana na our president. Kila kitu amejua. That's why unaona alikuwa anasema you see. Hata kuna information alikuwa na watu pale karibu. There's a lot of echo inside it. Yeah, so Mzalendo, what I was telling you ni kuwa the president ako focused kupata 2/3 ya lawmakers ndageuze kila kitu abaki huyo nini, abaki dictator kama vile Museveni anafanya Waganda kule. That is what he's planning. Hakuna any other thing, because huyu ni mtu ambaye amekuwa kwa power ambaye alikuwa in post for more than 4 months now. Sijaona anything ambayo amefanya, hata kitu moja ambayo amefanya ambayo inaweza tuambia kuwa this government is going to perform tukipatia time. There's nothing ambayo anaweza show. So why should we start ku debate kuwa huyu ni government ambayo tunafaa tupatie time, hii ni wakati ambao tunafaa tuangalie siji nini, na ni yeye ndio the same person ambaye anatuambia kuwa economy imekuwa affected na handshake na Raila. This is the same guy ambaye anatuambia tukijaribu kumwambia kuwa kuna shida na Ukraine, the same guy anatuambia kuwa kuna kitu kama Ukraine, yeye ndio solution. Akija kwa kiti, the same time anaingia kwa kiti, that's the time ambapo Kenya itakuwa delivered. Amekuja amekalia kiti. What is he doing? Hakuna kitu ambacho anafanya. So hakuna haja kumpatia any other time. Watu wanasema kuwa ati Raila sijui atabaki. Wacha Raila baki peke yake. Bado kuna followers. Watu kana Jalango wamepita kwa sababu ya support of Raila. Si his committee. Asifikiri kwa watu wanapenda his committee ndio wanamfuata. No, it was because of Raila kumsimamisha na akasema huyu ni mtu wangu. Watu wa Raila wakampigia. Saa hii atoke aenda simame na UDA. Tuone kama atapata hiyo seat. Alafu anajipiga kifua anasema hawezi apologize. Sawa, hawezi apologize. But he should know that alienda pale kwa sababu ya ODM. Na he should respect the stand about ODM wako nayo. Mtu yote ambaye hayuko na sisi atoke na aende kabisa. No argument tena. Yes, Nguru.
Mzalendo.
Guru, Mrs. is asking kindly if you can add him to the channel.
I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have it? Okay.
Maybe
Stone
PK can assist.
Okay. Mr. G, wacha nikuelezee kitu moja.
Can Stone PK share the link alafu tuendelee? Kuna jamaa anataka kuingia. Just share the link alafu tuendelee.
Mr. G, wacha nikuelezee kitu moja. Watu upigia individual kura. Kenya hakuna watu wanapigia chama kura. Ukae ukijua hivyo kwanza. Watu upigia Raila kura kama binadamu, lakini sio kama chama cha Azimio. That is why unaona Raila Odinga alikuwa Ford Kenya, akahama Ford Kenya, akaenda LDP, akaform NDP, akakuja Orange, ukakuja na NAK, watu wanamfuata tu hivyo. Sahi tuko Azimio, watu wamemfuata tu hivyo. So for somebody like Jalango at one particular time itakuwa you just have to create your brand. And the reason why nakwambia sometimes it is important to listen to the voice of the minority. Sometimes it's not like wewe ndio unajua kila kitu. Watu wanakushangilia huko, watu wengi, lakini ule mtu washangiliwi hapa ndio pengine anakuambia ukweli. Unaweza pata ni huo Jalango pengine ndio anaambia baba ukweli peke yake. Na tuliwaambia kitu moja, chanzo ya kuanguka hii kura ni kwa sababu amsikii the voice of minority. Voice of minority is very, very important. Somebody can tell you an opinion that will help you. Wewe uko Mombasa pale pwani, unaona MP wa Nyali anaitwa Mohamed Ali. Mohamed Ali alitafuta tikiti ya chama, akapiga magoti, akafanya nini, akanyimwa. Stronghold ya baba, akaenda pale na independent na akashinda. Alishinda kwa sababu watu wamechanuka saa hii. Watu wanapigia individual na kazi yako, utendaji kazi yako. Hii mambo ya chama haikuna maendeleo imeleta. And that is what the message is on the ground. Wewe kama uko bado unadhani ati watu wanapigia chama, hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Sema ndugu yangu.
Mzalendo, a question. Umetuambia kuwa Mohamed Ali alikuwa anaomba tiketi ya chama gani? ODM, okay? Alikuwa ana support baba. Wakati alienda independent, alikuwa ana support baba bado ama alikuwa ana support huyo Uhuru? Sasa alikuwa bado ana support baba lakini hako kwa independent. Wanavotiwa kwa masisi ya Raila, watu wanapenda Raila, watu wanapenda baba. So watu wanavotiwa kwa sababu hiyo.
Sawa, hiyo argument yako ni sawa, alikuwa anapenda baba, lakini sasa si ameingia na UDA? Ama ameingia na chama gani? Hebu jibu hiyo swali kwanza. Saa hii Mohamed Ali ni MP wa Nyali, alikuwa na support baba ama alikuwa na support nani?
No, sai alikuwa na support UDA.
So your argument they don't hold any water. Yeah. So saizi Mohamed Ali ni mbunge.
I was talking about, listen first Mzalendo. I was talking about Jalango. The issue of Mohamed Ali is a UDA guy. Unaona in Mombasa, but the guy ameperform. Hiyo hatuwezi danganyana. The guy ameperform. Huyu nini? Ngoja kidogo Mzalendo. Huyu Jalango, this was his first term. You see, na amekuja kwa sababu ya ile support Raila amempatia pale Lang'ata. Angezana na ule kijana alikuwa pale Lang'ata, ule kijana angemshinda. Lakini kwa sababu ya support ya baba ndo ameingia hiyo, amepata hiyo kiti. So yeye bado hajaperform anything. Sasa yeye amekuwa comedian. Sasa ndio time yake ambayo anafaa aperform. Na kuperform kitu ya kwanza anafaa asikize his leader. Asiwe na double stand. Wakati huko anadanganya hako kwa baba, alafu usiku hako kwingine. Hiyo haitampeleka mahali. What you are trying to say ni kuwa tuwe na msimamo. You see, this is a guy ambaye alikuwa amejulikana. Hii si kitu imeshtua watu. The guys of ODM walikuwa wanajua. Kwa sababu watu kwa anatembelea Ruto usiku, kwa anaenda anaongea na Ruto, kwa anaenda anaongea na watu wa UDA. Yeah. So tukisema kwa sisi hatutaki watu kama hao, si hata tunawachukia ama nini, no. Sisi hatutaki watu ambao wako double standard kwa akili yao, ambao wanakuja kutufuruga, wakuja pata information kwetu wanaenda wanapeana kule. Those are the things ambao hatuhitaji sahi.
Unajua ile kitu ile mimi nashangaaga ni wakati UDA na Azimio wanaenda debate hata in a media house, inakuwa wanasalimiana baada ya hiyo panel. Whatever happens after the interview, they can go for a drink, they can go for dinner, they can talk. That one is okay. They will argue in front of the camera, but behind the scenes, what they do, you don't know. But it's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate for somebody like Jalash, because I want to believe on what he said after whatever has happened. He said that he still supports Baba, he loves Baba, and that is what I want to believe that is in his heart. But for you who thinks otherwise, thinks that he's lying. Yeah, but he has said that he supports Baba, but he has no apologies for talking to the president on development issues. There are some things the president can bring and Azimio cannot bring, and that is a fact.
Okay. Listen to this body language. Angalia body language wakati kwa anaongea. He's the guy ambaye alikuwa anataka kulia. Kwa sababu anasema anasikia uchungu ametolewa kwa mkutano ya Baba. Why? Every decision you make has a consequences. You yourself mzalendo ulikuwa unataka kiti ya ODM. Sijui kama ulienda na independent ama what. I don't know what happened.
Mimi hiyo upuzi ya ODM siwezani nayo. I'm a very democratic person. I said that is absolute nonsense. Ukianza kusema that you are going to choose leaders, ODM leaders for you, your people. That is the problem that we get at the end of the day. And now Baba is facing his own demon. Yeah, he's the one who selected Jalango. Had he allowed probably the people of Langata to choose a leader of their choice, maybe Jalango would not have been on the ballot. Yeah, so it is whose problem? You created a monster, now deal with it. Yeah, deal with it. That is the same thing that happened. I told you the same thing that happened in Homa Bay constituency. You create a demon there instead of allowing the most popular person to run for the seat for the gubernatorial seat. You bring somebody who is your stooge. You have to deal with it. And let me tell you, we are going for a by-election probably in Homa Bay, and you will see what will happen. And listen, Mr. G, Azimio, as it is constituted after the general election, it has not won any by-election. Zero. Niambie mmeshinda gani? Yet you claim you are very, very popular. Tell me of any by-election that you have won after the general election. Is there any? Mr. G, hiyo swali ni yako. Hebu ni ama guru akusaidie. Has Azimio won any by-election after the general election?
This general election ama zile is past?
Hii election imepita tu hapa, hii mnasema you are rigged out.
Okay. I don't think kama tumekuwa na by-election kwa areas za Azimio. What we had ni zile election ambayo ilipigwa baadaye, na ile election ambayo ilipigwa baadaye, I think we won almost all of them. We had some election that was done in Ukambani.
Mimi nakwambia, ndio nakuambia saa zingine unafaa uende uangalie vitu inafanyika in the political scene. Nukula tu swali simple. Kuna nini ilifanyika huko Bungoma? Ilikuwa ni ya Senate ama ilikuwa ni ya nini? Kuna ingine ikafanyika pale Siaya, huyu jamaa wa independent. Okay, bring jamaa wa independent ama ni nini aliingia huko Siaya kwa baki ya Debaba. Kuna jamaa wa ODM alishindwa, wa Azimio alishindwa, ama hiyo hukuona? Zimekuwa kadhaa na mmekuwa either you are, in fact the worst performance was in the one in Bungoma. I think you were second last. Yeah. So hizi ni vitu zingine, it should indicate to you what the people on the ground feel. Sometimes we do a lot of politicking. Hii mambo ya politic after every election, we are just politicking instead of focusing on the things that will uplift our people. We are just in a political gear. Election inaisha hivi, tumeingia tu. Saa hii gurudumu itasukumwa hivi mpaka 2027. Yeah, the momentum will be like that, and it will probably build up ikienda hivi. It might end up favoring Azimio, or might it end up pengine favor UDA, but the momentum will be like this. But the scorecard of each and every individual, even Jalango, who is the MP for Langata, is 5 years. You judge an MP after 5 years. And an MP, when they are elected, they serve the constituents. They don't serve the party leader. They serve the people who elected you. Yeah, you serve the people who voted for you. That is the number one priority of an elected leader.
And Mzalendo, this is what they can't get. This is where they're having a problem. And just like Guru says, Guru, I'm so disappointed in you today. You know, I'm really, really disappointed in you. Let me tell you something. You keep patronizing young people who speak their mind. There is no constitutional mandate to the member of parliament to serve the political party. It is to serve the people on different accounts. So what we are saying is that we don't know the motive of Jalango. We can only believe what he tells us. But if Raila wants to put his house in order, you know, by all means, he can do that. He has the right to do that. If he feels that he should recall or should take disciplinary actions that is justified, by all means, he's welcome to do that. But you coming telling us that the president or the member of parliament should not go to State House, you know, that shows a little bit of ignorance, because you some people here seem not to understand the functions of the president. You know, they don't know what is the role of the president constitutionally. So when people come here with with personal agendas, like the gentleman who was here called Secretary General, you know, sometimes you display your ignorance, arguing because you are so bitter of something that you don't know. What we are asking people is that do not gag the people just because of a political party, that you cannot have a relationship with the president. You know, the president, you know, even there's some things that you guys are saying. How do you know? You know, how do you know that Jalango went on a mission to see the president? How do you know? But because you are not in the circles of Raila Amolo Odinga, then you are quick fingers. Here you start again. Guru, stop.
No, you've talked so much.
Guru, stop. You've been keeping quiet when others have been talking. But Guru, stop. Stop that sense of entitlement.
1 minute then. 1 minute.
Speak. I've been listening when you were talking. You need to stop.
Stony, kindly share the link. Kuna jamaa nataka kuingia kwa link.
So what we are arguing is that let us allow people to interact. At the end of the day, if Jalango is going to use the president for his people to benefit, if he's going to use his name, and nataka Stone PK ukikuja tu useme ukweli. Wewe umetafuta kura. Najua watu kama Guru hawajai tafuta kura. Sasa saa zingine they get excited. Wewe jina yako ya mheshimiwa, umeitumia jina ya mheshimiwa na mtu akafaidika hata kupata kazi. You know? Umeituma mtu tu akasema mheshimiwa Stone PK amesema unifanyie kitu fulani na akapata that opportunity. I'm just asking you because I know you've been in the politics. And Mzalendo, I need you to answer this question. Have you ever has someone benefited by the virtue that is associated or is related to you?
Many.
Stone PK, I want you to be honest so that I can drive this point home. And I'm not against Raila Amolo Odinga. Have you ever said mheshimiwa amenituma na kitu ikafanyika? Stone PK, atakuja, lakini ile nilikuwa nasema the president.
Did you ask me a question?
No, it's Stone PK. So
you wouldn't want me to answer any question, eh?
No, you will answer. You will answer. I didn't ask any. So why would you ask? Why would you answer what I've not asked?
No, the problem with the Jiguru is you don't know how to precise. We would have asked you a question, but you don't know how to precise your sentences.
Yeah. So the president is the chairperson of the country's National Security Council. Is the symbol of unity. The country is the head of the state and government. He exercises the country's executive authority. Is the commander-in-chief of the country's military and Kenya Defense Forces. So if this person, and if you keep going down, you will find many other responsibilities that you can interact with the president. But what we are saying, let us not have our leaders, let us not create a system where we have to depend on, like we have to worship our leaders for certain agendas, or for certain agendas.
Time is up. Time is up.
To be rolled or to be executed. But you are forgetting, you've been telling us it is because of Raila, that's why Jalango became to power. And so that is the same worshipping that you are discouraging Jalango to get from William Ruto. So let me stop there, because Guru, I know today you are targeting me. But this
no, me say I have nothing against you.
He's so delusioned and retrogressive and barbaric and juvenile. He needs to grow up in a manner that he can agree or disagree with other people's opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You don't know me and I don't know you. So neither do I care about you. So you don't have to be personal. We come here.
You know, my friend. If you are irritated to be in this, but nini go. Order. Storybook nyuma ya nini ya background yako. Unafikiria pia you know it's rot. Usidanga you not a beautiful. I told you go get a channel that you can give your propaganda.
That's why we are telling you that this
Secretary General, I will ask you be kicked out. Now, let me say that what we are irritated about is your delivery